Edge at 11 starts now.
Tonight on The Edge, a crime so heartless it'll leave your head shaking. A pizza delivery driver in such a rush that he hit a woman and left her for dead.
But that food delivery still made it to its destination. Fox 2's Jessica Dupnack with the story.
It might sound unbelievable, but the victim in this case, 56-year-old Delia Dinwiddie, watched her mother get hit and killed by a driver in the exact same spot she lost her life decades before history repeated itself.
He could at least stopped, turned around and looked. He just kept going like she wasn't nothing.
Delia Dinwiddie's widow has not slept much since his wife was hit and killed, run over last week by a delivery driver a block from where she lives, the same block they met on 44 years ago.
I just seen her eyes and open, and they was putting her in the EMS. That was the last time I ever seen her.
The delivery driver en route to drop a pizza. He hit her and kept going to make that delivery on Detroit's west side.
We believe that he knew that he had hit someone, and he continued his course of travel to finish his delivery.
Detroit Police Commander Rebecca McKay says the suspect, Joseph Stewart, didn't call 911 either. It was paramedics who happened to be in the area spotted her off Linwood near Davison Street. Delia did not make it.
She always said she didn't want to die over here, and she did not want to die like that. And she did both.
She always had a fear of this intersection because at 11 years old, she witnessed the trauma of a lifetime.
My grandma watched her mama die at the end of that corner the same exact way.
We're told Delia's husband just clings to her purse day and night. He can't believe this is real life. Justice for Delia taking shape. DPD used license plate readers and green light cameras tracking the suspect to Flint, where he was arrested and is now charged.
I hope he run hell for doing what he did to my wife. He don't know what he did. He destroyed my whole family.
If Joseph Stewart is convicted, he could spend up to 15 years behind bars. His bond stands at $100,000. Jessica Dupnack on The Edge.
Oh, your heart just breaks for them.
Unbelievable.
Also tonight, another story of a deadly hit and run.
This one claiming the life of a 59-year-old woman in Detroit. Fox 2's Lauren Edwards spoke to her distraught family.
She was my best friend. I'm the only daughter she had out of 5 kids.
Shanita Chapman at a loss of words when talking about her mother, Donna Chapman.
So it's like, I can't really explain it because I feel numb.
Detroit police say 59-year-old Donna Chapman was hit and killed Thursday around 3:40 in the afternoon while walking on Gratiot near Maple Ridge.
She was crossing the street and someone had hit her with no remorse.
Shanita says as soon as she found out what happened, she dropped everything and immediately drove from her home in Albion all the way to Detroit, an hour and a half away.
Mama didn't deserve that at all. She have grandkids, great-grandkids, nieces, nephews that love her dearly, and brothers. So it's just hard on my family right now.
Hard because this is the third loss the family has suffered in 3 years.
Our family is small, and we all we got. Right now, me and my brothers all we got. It's 4 of us now. No mama, no grandma. The oldest brother is gone. So our family been through a lot.
Detroit police say Chapman was hit by this black Ford Edge, and they're looking for the driver.
I hope they could turn themselves in and give us our closure.
Again, police are looking for the driver in that fatal hit and run. They're asking anyone with information to please call their anonymous tip line, 1-800-SPEAK-UP. I'm Lauren Edwards reporting in Detroit on The Edge.
We wish we had some better news tonight, but we also have to tell you about the murder of a 79-year-old man in Southfield.
Maurice Elmore was the victim of a random attack while he was walking with his friend. The suspected killer was allegedly in the midst of a crime spree.
My father was perfect. He was perfect. There's nothing to say bad about him. He was a loving person.
He was a good man his whole life, and I know he was comfortable in his environment, which might have been his downfall, that at 79 things have changed, people have changed, but he did nothing but good all his life.
It really is heartbreaking. Elmore was attacked during a robbery while walking near Telegraph and Franklin Roads, March 30th. Well, he died from his injuries earlier this week, and police tell us his suspected killer, 26-year-old Stevan Lindsay, spent the day committing crimes from vandalism to robbery to assault. He now faces several charges, including homicide. Lindsay was denied bond.
Well, 3 weeks after a beloved East English Village Academy student was killed during a robbery, investigators believe they found the boys responsible. Today, charges came down against 15-year-old Barry Love and 16-year-old Anthony Carter. The teens are being charged as adults for the death of 16-year-old Elijah Reese. He was killed last month while walking home from school in the area of Bedford and I-94. His mother told Fox 2 the suspects were trying to steal Elijah's shoes. The teens are charged with felony murder. Love was given a $1 million cash bond, and Carter was given a $200,000 cash bond.
He ain't nothing but a piece of crap, and he knows it.
An emotional father confronts his daughter's killer as he's sentenced for her murder. The rage from the family of deceased Detroit police officer Elaine Williams escalated by the killer's sentence. Eddie Ray Johnson Jr. will avoid jail and instead serve a sentence of 3 years probation. Prior to the deadly gunfire, investigators determined Williams shot Johnson first. The Wayne County prosecutors determined a plea deal was necessary in the case. Williams and Johnson were in a relationship and had been fighting and drinking heavily prior to that deadly shooting. And double trouble for a Metro Detroit man.
He's accused of threatening officers after a traffic stop caught on body cam video.
So let me get out of the car, bro. Do not door. You buy my get out of the car. You buy my bro. Stay out. Stay out. Watch this.
24-year-old Sean Bonner was arrested during a traffic stop last month on an outstanding warrant. Farmington Hills police say he refused to cooperate and barricaded himself in the back seat with his kids after lying about his identity. Bonner was charged and released on bond, but it doesn't end there. He allegedly called the department earlier this week, threatened to beat and shoot the officers, and left a message saying an officer's father wasn't safe.
Indicative of his disrespect or his just disrespect for the justice system as a whole, and calling a police department, threatening them. That's another unusual behavior that we're not immune to, but never ceases to amaze us that the individuals are willing to go to that extent.
Your name's Sean Bonner? That's not my name.
Bonner faces a list of charges in connection to both incidents. His girlfriend, Kirsten, was charged in connection to the traffic stop.
It was a beautiful morning for a historic milestone. These images from the Gordie Howe International Bridge social media page show the U.S. ironworkers and operating engineers in Canada and the U.S. completing the installation of the final 2 steel girders for the Gordie Howe bridge deck. The 2 countries sealed the deal with a handshake, standing next to the flag. The bridge is expected to open to traffic next fall.
Favorite picture of the week right there.
Man, is that awesome.
That's incredible.
That's a whole lot of hard work that's gone into that.
You're right about that.
Well, it looks like we are in store for a beautiful, if not warm, weekend.
Yeah, so the heat starts this weekend for Father's Day, but then things get even steamier. Meteorologist Stephanie Mee tells us how hot it's going to get.
Yeah, it's going to get real toasty for us here, starting on Father's Day and then extending into almost the entirety of next week. So the heat will return. We saw a little bit of that yesterday with highs in the lower 90s, but we have several days next week that will string together. That will be well above the mid 90s. So that's some really unusual heat that we're seeing for the last week or 2 of June. We usually don't see stuff like this until really the heart of summer. So something to keep in mind. Otherwise, we're dry, we're quiet right now. Nothing really bothering us. So this is a live look over Detroit at the moment. Starting to see those numbers cool. We're in store for a cooler evening, but a comfortable evening. So give the AC a bit of a break tonight and into tomorrow, because she'll be working overtime as we head through next week. 66 degrees in Detroit, 59 in Ludington, mid 60s in Chicago, up near Marquette. We're in the 50s, so not bad for us. We do have a few showers up near the Plain States, but that's going to stay well west of us at this point. We're not necessarily tracking any rain heading into this upcoming weekend. That doesn't arrive until next week, and we'll have that daily rain chance just because of the heat that's around. 57 degrees tonight for an overnight low, upper 70s tomorrow for our daytime high. It'll feel nice. Humidity levels will be low. We'll see a lot of sunshine, so really nice way and pleasant way to start your weekend. Father's Day is when we start to see a few of those changes. Now, we're not going to be in the 90s, but we'll be pretty close to that. Upper 80s during the day. We'll see increasing humidity, increasing cloud cover too, but no rain chances during the day on Sunday. We do stay mainly dry. It's really not until Monday where we start to see some of those dangerously hot temperatures. Now we're in the mid to upper 90s, 98 degrees during the day on Monday, upper 90s on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then by Thursday and Friday, we'll slowly begin to cool. I use that term loosely because we won't be in the upper 90s, but we'll still be in the 90s, and factoring in dew point readings, which will be relatively high. Feel like temperatures will be in the triple digits for the first 3 days of the work week, and most likely probably the last 2 days as well. The 7-day forecast shows that daily rain chance, no all-day rains, but with this heat and the humidity, of course, we'll see some of those thunderstorms bubble up. They'll be quick hitters. And as we head through the later part of the work week here, we do shave off maybe a degree or two, but daytime highs will still be in the low to middle 90s heading through Thursday and Friday of next week. Ruben, Amy.
All right. And you can always get the latest forecasts, of course, on that Fox 2 weather app. Stephanie, thank you so much. Now to this story. The campaign trail winds through the Motor City Saturday as former President Donald Trump makes a stop in Detroit. He'll address a church roundtable and another event hosted by Turning Point USA. That's a nonprofit pushing conservative ideals. His visit brings clashing viewpoints with billboards near the lodge in Wyoming, one hyping his visit, the other questioning his character. Trump won Michigan in 2016 by 10,000 votes, but lost the state to President Biden in 2020.